Okay, so making a shape isn't that hard in terms of the mechanics of it. It just takes some, creativity and stuff that I don't have. So, like say I wanted to, so I'm just starting with a blank file here, and if I wanted to make like a shape, I'm going to fill it with black, stroke nothing, and say, just make a big old square. Turn it a bit of an angle, and I can make a new layer and put another box. Yes, I'm just not very creative about these things. But you can do whatever you, excuse me. Put them where, oh, come on, damn it. I'm trying to move you. So like here. So say that's the shape you want. You can do whatever you want. I've tried even bringing in like clip art of animals and stuff and making them black. It's just hard because you lose detail really quickly. So unless it's like something that has a simple outline to it or a profile of something, it can get kind of lost. But anyway, so you add whatever shapes you want just by using that rectangle fill. And then when you're done, you'd basically put them together up on a layer here, and you could save it as a shape. You can also like do some beveling on it if you wanted. I don't think contours, but like you can get, if you wanted the edges to have a bit going on. No, nothing seems to be happening here. Or maybe I just can't see it. But I do know that I've beveled, but you can always bevel after the fact anyway. So once you have a shape, if you want to use it, you just open an image. Actually, I'll use a texture because that would make the most sense. So I guess it doesn't matter. Just pick a texture. So when you have a texture or whatever you want, you drag it over and drop it on top like you normally would. And you can resize it, etc. But all you have to do to use the shape underneath is right click on that layer and say create clipping mask. And now it'll be in that shape. You can still manipulate it. You can change it, move it around, change the orientation, whatever you want to do, resize it. But now it's just going to be in that shape. Then what I do is I create a new layer combining them into one, and then as I was saying, at this point you could go in and do whatever beveling you might want to do. No, I somehow ended up with my beveling not doing much. Well, yeah, there we are. It's a light beveling. Anyway, you can do whatever you want there. Let me know if that gave you an idea of what to do or if there was something else. Like I said, my understanding of this stuff is pretty limited.